Hey guys, welcome back to Lucky Strike Tech. Every tech YouTuber needs to make this kind of video, so I'm gonna start making my own series. And we're kicking things off with an Apple Maker numpad. This is the TH21. You can get it on Amazon for about $35 to $40 depending on the configuration you get. An ice cream, purple, pink, and yellow keycaps, and a botanic garden, which is the one I have. And just the options of switches alone in this thing are astounding. They can come with an Apple Maker Flamingo switch, which is the one I chose, which is a fantastic linear switch by Apple Maker. Or the Gateron Pro Yellow, which are pre-lubed, or the Apple Maker Budgegar, which is kind of an odd sounding name, but basically it's Apple Maker's tactile switch. You can also get it in Gateron Black, Gateron Brown, and Red, and just yellow non-lubed. But hey, if you really want to get the best switch, the Flamingo or the Pro Yellow are the ones you want to go with. This thing is hot swappable and programmable with some software you'll need to install. It can come with cherry profile keycaps, though the switches are north facing, so that's not ideal. These ones came with XDA profile, which works perfectly for north facing switches. If you want to see why north facing switches don't work with cherry profile keycaps, check the link above. You'll see a video of mine that I made recently. It doesn't have per key RGB, but the RGB effects are good enough where you can make some really cool effects that you'd like. And again, customizable in the actual software. Honestly, this is one of the best numpads you can get on Amazon right now. And it sounds so good stock, you might only want to take it apart to throw some foam inside. Otherwise, you're good to go. And here's those Apple Maker Flamingo switches. They go for about $13 per 30 pieces, so that's already a $13 value on top of the price. They're 5-pin, 35 grams, so they're pretty lightweight, and they're factory lubed, so they sound fantastic. In case you aren't convinced yet, let's do a quick sound test, stock. Now let's add some mods. Once the keycaps and switches have all been removed, it's just a matter of getting something metal to wedge in between here and kind of pull it apart. The PCB is made of really nice quality, and there's even a little bit of foam in between the plate and the PCB. Which foam to pick? Which foam to pick? I could go with Super Soft, Memory Foam, Lux Soft. Oh, in case you're wondering where all this foam came from, here's a video I did a couple months back where I analyzed each piece of foam and the type of material they're made of and how they sound on a keyboard. It was a long one, go check it out. Now you just gotta fill her up with foam. Just as a quick example, these stabilizers are lubed perfectly. No changes necessary. Ew, is that my nail? Ew, bro, you nasty. Once we're done filling the keyboard with foam, we're gonna do a quick tape mod. Lots of videos you can look up on that. So you might have noticed the lights behind me changed quite a bit. Well, that leads me to the next item. These are floodlights. I don't think enough people actually know about these or use them for their setup, but if you have a lamp, please toss it in the trash right now. I'll wait here. Take your lamp, toss it in the trash, because this is all you need to light up your entire room for your setup. And you can even use it for lightings like for meetings or streaming just by placing it against a white wall. There's quite a few options to have on these colors as well. You can go from white to red to green to blue, and that's not all. You can have any color that you want through the custom color wheel. It actually represents the color really well. Now in my situation, I might use this for a backdrop for recording, or if I'm streaming, I can use these lights to go against the back wall and get more light towards my face without having light shine directly in my face. So it's a very versatile product that I think anyone could use in their setup. And you could use it like this too. Let's just say you needed to design yourself a really cool backdrop. I know mine's kind of lame, I'm working on it. But if you were streaming and you're like, I need to have some backlight effects, maybe some bounce off some nice coloring, you can have these controlled together or independently. So they don't need to be the same color, and they can create a really cool contrast as well. For example, this is the blue and pink together, and I think it looks really cool as a backdrop. Setup is super simple. You just pull out your camera, scan the QR code that's on the instructions or on the box, install the app, and add your devices. Then control the devices as a group or individually. You can even create custom colors from the color wheel they provide, turn them off and on, sync them to music, turn on certain modes that came stock, or even do DIY modes. The possibilities are really endless. Now these are 30 watt, but you have equivalent light of 300 watt. They're IP66 waterproof, so they're really meant for outside, but if you use them in your setup, you can light up your entire room, no problem. Next up, we have this wooden wrist rest that comes in both a 14-inch for a TKL size and a large for a full-size keyboard. Now this is made of walnut. It has a very nice warm feeling. This is the kind of stain I'd use on any kind of wood that I build in my home, so I'm a big fan of the dark woods like walnut. press like for walnut. Now I've been using this thing for work for the past week, and I gotta say that it's actually improved quite a bit of my typing and feeling, especially for my keyboards that have a little bit higher OEM profile keycaps. It helps line up your hands better with the keyboard and give more support and more alignment with your wrist. Now, some people say these aren't very good for your hands, some people do. It's kind of hit and miss. Depends on your keyboard height, your desk height, and all the things aligned with together. But I think overall, in my situation, it worked perfectly for what I've used it for. It's overall really beautiful. I love the way it looks. Love the way it looks in my setup, and I can highly recommend using this thing on a daily basis. It does have rubber feet in the bottom to keep it from sliding around your desk too much. And I haven't had any issues of it moving or budging one bit. But if you like warm tones in your desk, mine's more cool tones, so I'm not sure about that. But if you like more warm tones, this is definitely something you should pick up. Lastly, we have this webcam stand and camera mount and phone holder. Really, you can call it whatever it wants, but it's adaptable to everything, and it comes with really everything you need to turn it into whatever you want. You set it up like any other microphone stand. It clamps to your desk, you screw it in, but also you have the option it comes with these rubber pads in case your desk is a little on the thinner side. I'm not calling any of you guys out there, it's okay, your size is just right. It uses the traditional teeth clamping type style, which means it's really good at holding a singular position and not really meant for moving around constant basis. However, it does fit every angle you could really think of thanks to the ball head it has, the poles being 360 directional depending on what angle you need, just by unscrewing this little cap. You can even use it for product unboxing if you need to have it mounted above your desk or above a different section and just stick in one position for all the unboxings you do. It holds a microphone too really well, and it actually extends out just as far as my existing microphone. So it's a really good product overall and very versatile with the things included. Now I'd use this for recording videos, I'd use it for webcams. The most thing I'm going to use this for is you can notice my webcam is sitting in my monitor, making it impossible for my two monitors to stack close together. So instead, I'm going to use this webcam stand and do what it's intended to do. Stick a webcam on it. That way I can adjust it for meetings, put it away when I'm doing videos. I don't need to have it out all the time, and I can have the option to place it wherever I want depending in my room. Overall, I think this webcam stand, phone stand is perfect for anyone recording videos in meetings all day and just needs something that they can put in the right position, and maybe there's some obstacles in the way. I think this was a great buy. Actually, this was on my Christmas list that my wife did not get me, so I bought it for myself. Well, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you want to see more from me, drop a subscribe. Everything you see in the video will be in the description down below. Drop a comment about which one is your favorite, and maybe give me some ideas about what you want to see next. Perhaps there's a certain technical issue you're running into, or something for your setup that you just don't know what to get to solve the problem. I can do some research, pick it up, and make a video.